Hey everybody, how are you doing? Well, here we are trying something new. Um, I hope that I'll be able to make some videos for you that help you learn some new things about music and grow in your musicianship. So I wanted to start with this tool that we've used before, which is musictheory.net, and kind of walk you through it. Some of you maybe have never actually gone on it, and some of you have maybe used it, but it was a while ago, and maybe some of you haven't used all the features that are available. So I wanted to show you. Okay, so when you go to the homepage, musictheory.net, you're going to go to tools. Excuse me, you're going to go to exercises. Click on exercises, and it's going to bring up this page right here. And we're going to work today on note identification. I think that's the most important thing for you guys to get started on. If you're not already working on this, is learning to be able to look at a note and know right away what the note name is without having to think about it. It'll just come really naturally, just like your ABCs did. Okay, so note identification, we'll click on that one. And basically what it's going to do is just show you a note and you say what the note is. But there's a couple things we can do to make that easier for you. So go up over here to this little toolbar here, and you can see how I've set this. I'm actually going to move my face. Whoa, here I go. Move my face over here.
Whoa, yeah.
All right. So here is clefs. Addie was making fun of me in the background in case you didn't hear that. All right. Here's clefs. So I have selected to do just the treble clef, but if I wanted to work on both the treble clef and the bass clef, I could click the grand staff and it would give me ones from both the bass clef and the treble clef. Or if I wanted to just work my bass clef notes, those of you who are playing trombone, you might want to consider, well, you should just be using the bass clef to get started unless you're really good at it. Okay, so I'm going to click treble clef only because right now I think that's what most of you are going to be using, but it works the same for bass clef. And then another thing that I want to take a look at is the range. So if you click on the range, it has these little arrows on the side. Now, when we use just the lines and spaces, let's just review what that is for the treble clef. Lines are E, G, B, D, F, or you could remember a phrase like every good boy deserves fudge, or what some of you like to say is every grandpa buys dead ferrets.
Empty garbage before dad flips.
Now, another
Whoa.
one that my family is saying to me right now that I don't always use, but empty garbage before dad flips is another one. There's a whole bunch of them. All right. The spaces spell the word face in the treble clef. So F-A-C-E. And I always say space rhymes with face. Now, if I click, I can keep the notes going up or down. So if I want to get up and add these little lines are called ledger lines. Then instead of using one of my little phrases, because now I'm off of the staff, I can just count up because you'll remember that the musical alphabet goes from A to G and then starts over again. So if I know that the first line is E and I just keep going up, alternating the lines and spaces, I have E, F in the space, G is the second line. When I get to G with the musical alphabet, I start over. So then I have A in the space, B on the line, C in the space, D on the line, E in the space, F on the line. So this note that is right above the line is G. And then if I keep clicking up, this one would be A. Keep clicking up, B. That's a high C, D, and so on and so on. And you can make it go up quite a ways. If you want to just stay on the staff, that's fine. But conversely, if I'm going the opposite direction, it will do the same thing. So if this is an E and I go backwards, that's a D. And what would be before the D? C, and then B. And before B comes A, et cetera, et cetera. So that's the range. For right now, let's just work on the staff, just so I can show you. Now, another important thing is the key signature. Right now, I want you just working in all naturals. So we're not going to have any sharps or flats. If you are feeling like you want to do a little bit more of that because you're familiar with your key signatures, go ahead and do that. But for right now, I'd say most of you probably just want to work on an all natural key signature. I'm hoping that maybe next week I'll do another lesson on key signatures because they are really important. So we'll stay all natural here. And one thing that yours will automatically probably put on is this little thing right here, which is accidentals. It will probably turn it on automatically. You should take that off because accidentals are sharps or flats that are not in the key signature. So it just might confuse you a little bit for right now. Okay, we're ready to go. So if I click off of that, I can just go ahead and start answering questions. So I would figure every good boy, so that's a B. When I get it right, it's going to play the note and it's going to flash green. Now, let's say I wasn't sure about this one and I thought it was an A. It's not an A. Let's see what it does. Okay, so it shows me that it's wrong by going red. It doesn't play the note for me, and it keeps the red highlighted so that I don't go back and again say, oh no, that's an A. I know now it's not an A. So I'm going to correct it, and remember, space rhymes with face, F-A-C, that's a C. Now it fixed the problem, all right? Now, one thing that I want to encourage you to do, and I'm going to set up a little thing for you guys, is this. When you go to customize, if you go all the way down, oh, actually, one thing that I should tell you before that. When you are answering questions, it's going to show you a score, what you've gotten correct. So it'll show you the number correct and the percentage. If you want to start over again, you can go over here to the three little dots and you can go to reset score. Click reset, and that will allow you to start all over again. Now, when you, something that I want to encourage you guys to do and to actually see that you're doing this, I'm going to go down here to challenge mode. And it says challenge mode off. I'm going to click that to on, and it's going to pop up this little window. So what this is a time limit. How much time do I want to set for myself to answer a certain number of questions in a certain number of time? So I'm going to say, I'm going to give myself 2 minutes, and I'm going to answer, just because I've done this a little bit, I'm going to answer 30 problems. All right? Then it's going to put me onto challenge mode. And I'm ready to go. So you'll see it gives me a start challenge so that I'll know when it actually is ready to go. There you go. All right, so you can see that I got all 30 right, and I don't think it gave me one E on the bottom of the staff. I got 100%, and I did it in 1 minute and 15 seconds. Well, obviously, I've done this a little bit. So here's the challenge I'm going to give you. I want you to see if you can do 30 problems in 5 minutes and get 100%. If you can do that, I'm going to get to the next part. So there is a part that says view report. If I sign in to the report here, and all I have to do is put my name, sign report, it offers me a code. I'm going to copy the link, and then you're going to use that copy link and send me an email with the link so that I can see that you got 30 problems right in 5 minutes or less. If you can do that, I am going to have a virtual drawing for an Amazon gift card. So at the end of each week, and I'll probably, tweak it a little bit for our first week though, for the end of each week, you will submit that to me, and you can do as many of these as you want. You can get a ticket into a drawing for an Amazon gift card, which I will be able to send you. I'll be able to email it to your parents once I get all of the entries in. So again, just to review, you get an entry by completing 30 problems in 5 minutes or less and sending me a report that says you got 100%. So it might take you some practice to get there, or maybe that's really easy for you. I'm not sure. Find out what it is for you and see how you do. And let me know if it's way too hard to get 30 problems in 5 minutes done. But I have a feeling you could do it if you spent some time on this. And I have a feeling you might have some time to do that. So if you have any questions, let me know. But I'm looking forward to trying this out with you and hope that, oh, there's Addie. And hope that you guys are doing great and that this is something fun and a fun new contest for you. And I will talk to you soon.